Hello, good day everyone. My name is Kim. I'm a virtualization engineer for a big law firm, and I also run my own blog, virtualkim.com. If you want to check it out, please do so. So today I want to talk to you about getting to the first level. How do you get to VCP 6? And in some cases, if you have no experience whatsoever with VMware products, how do you get to become a VMware administrator? So let's get started here. Why did I create this little presentation? Well, some time ago I was reading an interesting blog post created by Duncan Apping, where he actually talks about getting to the next level. How do you get to VCDX or any of the higher level certifications? And he actually tells us that you need to invest a lot of time, which can also mean private time. You have to set up your own labs, you have to do some dry runs, you have to do some testing. So you don't get to the next level just overnight. Just invest time. At the same time, I noticed something else because I was looking at the higher levels myself. A lot of people actually still have questions about getting to the first levels. Like one of these people actually posted a question on LinkedIn groups. How do you become a VMware administrator? Well, sometimes all of those people actually want to become a VMware administrator. They may have a lot of experience with Windows products or Linux administration, but it doesn't exactly mean that they have experience with VMware administration. So the question now becomes like, where and how do you actually get started with VCP certification? I think we can divide the group up in two parts. People who already have administrative experience with VMware products, so those people with experience, and the people who have no experience whatsoever with VMware administration. So let's get started with the second group first, the people with no experience whatsoever. VMware has its own track for that. It's called the VCA track, VMware Certified Associate track. If you head over to the VMware education website, mylearn.vmware.com, they will actually show you the paths you can follow. If you look at the website, it gives you the paths to official training courses, learning path advice, certificate advice, and also promotions. Promotions being like, can I get discounts on certain certifications? Can I get discounts on certain training programs? If you drop a little bit on the page, you will see that you have access to the path to all the certificate tracks. If you look at the lower left corner, you can see that there's a path called Business IT. And if you look a little bit to the right of that, you see a VCA DCV track. That's actually the VMware Certified Associate track for the DCV track, so data center virtualization. If I give anybody any advice about where to start with VMware virtualization, it's definitely the DCV track. Everything with VMware products, no matter what you choose, everything is based on the DCV track. If you drop a little bit lower on that page, you see something that's really important. That's actually the blueprint. This used to be a PDF. Now it's just posted on the website itself. Go through the sections. The sections actually show you what you have to learn. For the VCA track, that's actually not that much. You have 3 sections. The first section explains to you about the data virtualization stuff, what you actually have to know about data virtualization, what the concepts are. The second section actually shows you the VMware products, and the third section actually shows you how the VMware products give you solutions to, for example, specific problems that you have in your own environment. So what are the learning tools for the VCA track? You have 2 major tracks that I think that are really good for you to use. The first part is the VCA DCV track that you find down below. It's like a course like Pluralsight has to offer. It's self-paced, 3 hours, and it guides you through all the major concepts and the solutions that VMware provides you. And the last thing that I want to offer in this slide is the books for beginners. When you want to buy a book as somebody who wants to start with VMware virtualization, please ask around to the communities, look around on the community blogs as well, and ask what books would best suit somebody who wants to start out with VMware virtualization. Because there's a lot of books out there. Some of the books are really deep dives, and they may not really be applicable to what you want to know. Before you actually head off to do the certification exam, if you want to do certification, also have a look at the hands-on labs. If you're attending here, if you look on the left of me, you see all those kind of labs. Those are the labs that I'm actually talking about. So what is hands-on labs? Well, hands-on labs actually offer you like a desktop environment where you can actually do a lot of live testing. These are not like the old tests that you could do in the past where you had like fixed buttons and those buttons had the fixed outcome. These are actually live labs. So if you make a change in the lab, it will actually make a change. If you look on the right of the desktop, you have the manual. So if you want to do a guided lab, there's a manual for you to use as well. So why would I recommend anybody to the VCA track? Well, it's a guided course for beginners. It will actually show you all the concepts that you need to know to start with VMware virtualization. You don't have a need for a lab because you just have to know the concepts. And for me, myself, I wouldn't take the certification itself really as being important. I don't think it has any industry value at all. But if you want to take the certification, do it for yourself. Do it because you want to prove to yourself that you actually master the concepts. So let's head over now to the VCP track. The obvious place to start, again, of course, is going back to the MyLearn or the education website of VMware. Again, like with the VCA track, you have the normal bells and whistles. You have the exam authorization button. You have all the guides from VMware that you can click on. It's on the lower left corner. The additional resources that VMware actually advises you to use. But also very important, again, the blueprint. It's not a PDF anymore, but the blueprint will actually show you what you have to know. Something that's missing on this slide deck here is actually that VCP is now actually divided into two parts. If you don't hold VCP 5 certification, you will have to go through the Foundations exam as well. The Foundation exam actually is the basis for the VCP track. Instead of 11 sections, it contains only 7 sections. If you have the VCP 5 certificate already, just head over to the normal VCP 6 certificate. Very important for anybody who wants to take VCP certification, you have to book official training. Now, before you schedule any training at all, my advice to you would be go over all the trainings, see what best fits your need, maybe talk to people in the community, check out with them what they recommend to you. In my case, it was a course that's actually not really listed yet on the education website of VMware. It was the vSphere Optimized at Scale. I took the online training course for it. It was excellent. It was handled by VMware itself. Definitely check that one out as well. Something that I think is very important for anybody who wants to do certification is what the bloggers and what the community groups have to offer you. Of course, we are in here at the vBrownbag stand. Definitely check out what the vBrownbag has to offer. vBrownbag actually has a specific tab for VCP certification. Check it out. It offers you a very good video training handled by people who actually work in the field. Some of those people are really experts or really good designers. If you head over to YouTube, you can also check out the videos. You don't have to use the website itself. But for me, from my perspective, vBrownbag is a good place to start at. Something that really is not really known by a lot of people are the Google groups. I am part of such a Google group. I do it for the DCD track. One of my friends also started the DCV track. What we actually do in the Google groups is we try to collect all the information that you get from online, from all the bloggers, from all the video websites, from all the vendors, and try to collect it all into one big pool of information. The good thing with the Google groups is if you ask a question, somebody will reply to you, probably within the hour. Two of those websites that I would actually recommend, and which are also listed on the Google groups, are the vladen.fr site and the Virtual Langer website. Those guys actually put a lot of effort into making their own video sessions. And you can use those to prepare yourself for the VCP track. The last thing that I want to mention actually is the VMworld website. VMworld now has a wiki. The wiki you can actually use to look up details such like general items like vMotion, or you can delve a little bit deeper. I'm not really sure if there's a lot of stuff yet out for a VCP 6 track, but it's definitely a website you can use to find out the general stuff about VMware products and about, of course, the interoperability of VMware products. So let's have a look at the VCP books. VCP information is really important to us. We really have to know a lot of stuff. And where I would start from myself is actually the white papers and the official documentation. It may be a little bit drier than what you find in normal books, but I found out for myself that the official documentation and the white papers actually contain a lot of valuable information that you may not find necessarily in all the expert books that have been written about stuff. If you buy books, again, ask around in the community. Make sure that you know for sure that the books that you want to buy actually bring added value for your preparation for the DCV track. And last but not least, also have a look at some video training. Some vendors actually offer you 30-day free trial periods to check out their video training. And a lot of video training actually addresses the needs for us to get to VCP 6 tracks. Very important for anybody who wants to do certification, you have to have your own lab. It was not as important for the VCP 5 track, but with all the changes in the VCP 6, I would definitely advise you to at least have a lab. Maybe make your own lab. If you don't have the resource to create your own lab, check out Autolab. Autolab now offers you to create your own lab in the cloud using Gorvello. There will be a session about this later today or tomorrow. Just definitely check it out. And if you can, maybe ask your manager if you can build your own lab in the cloud or in the dev and test environment of your company. Also very important again, the hands-on labs of VMware. Hands-on labs of VMware, again, they offer you free training. You can use hands-on labs as such, but you also can build your own lab using hands-on labs. You don't actually have to follow everything that's being offered to you through the manual of the hands-on labs. So my last advice to you is, if you want to go for VCP certification, do it because you want it yourself first. Don't do it because of your job. You want to do it because you actually want to know the stuff. You want to work with the stuff because it's your passion. And if you want to ask for advice in the communities, please don't ask for dumps. We really don't appreciate it. VMware monitors the communities as well, and VMware really doesn't appreciate it either. So the last thing I want to tell to you is, please have good luck with your certification tracks, and best of wishes with your VCP 6 certification. So have a nice day. Thank you very much.